My name is BECCA STILES-NOGOSEK. I'm the Development Manager at Minnesota Children's Museum Rochester, and we are so excited to bring Innovationology to the Rochester community on May 17th at the Blue Duck Restaurant and Collider co-working space. This event was really designed around very similar to what Rochester Rising does in our community, which is highlight innovation, be able to really put a spotlight on all of the cool things that are happening right here in the Rochester community. We know that by providing inspiring opportunities for young people, it allows them to grow up into adults that are more creative, more innovative, and more collaborative. So we're able to bring this adults-only event to the community. It's the first of its kind in the nation, and we're so excited to be able to host this. We really want to make sure that everybody is able to come out, support these great innovators in food, beverage, science, and technology, and also be able to support the place that makes that happen in Rochester of Minnesota Children's Museum Rochester.
So my name's Brandon Sampson. I'm one of the founders of Limb Lab in Rochester, Minnesota. Well, every day we are innovating. It seems like when people come in to see us that are having problems or are frustrated with their functional level of wearing a prosthesis or an orthosis, our team of certified prosthetists and orthotists meet with them and really ask some simple questions. In fact, 5 questions of what do you want to do, and what's your biggest frustration in your daily life? And then we sit down together and develop a plan to help make them more functional. So every day we're problem solving people's specific type of needs, and it makes it very interesting. So I grew up on a farm, and in that experience there's lots of opportunity for creative problem solving. Everything from fixing machinery to working with livestock, different things like that inspired me to think outside the box, think creatively, really. And I have to give credit, for my father and my grandfather and their open-mindedness and adaptation to new technology. I think as a kid, it's really important to be put in a place where you have to be bored, because when there's boredom and there's space, kids come up with imagination. They come up with inventive ideas. They come up with things to do. And I try to, at every moment, keep my kids bored as possible and off the iPhone. So at the Innovationology, we're going to be showcasing a brand new technology that we're just adapting here at Limb Lab.
My name is Andrew Nelson, and I'm a resident here at Limb Lab in Rochester, Minnesota. So recently we were approached by a team that has a scanner that we can scan residual limbs and body parts to do things virtually, finding new ways to connect people to parts. And so this is an instance in which we can scan the residual limb and it replicates exactly what their limb shape is. We can then go in and modify the mold based off pressure areas that we know can tolerate some pressure, and then bony reliefs that we want to stay away from. And we're just trying to find new ways to incorporate this new technology into our practice to improve our outcomes and ultimately improve the function and outcomes of the patients.
I'm Aaron ESPY. I'm the lead brewer at Grand Rounds Brewing Company. I guess I really remember going to Dayton, Ohio, and going to their children's museum. They had a lot of big toys and things set up. You can kind of build around things or build houses or anything like that, and so that gave me inspiration, I guess, when I got older to do something with my hands and not be stuck in an office or anything like that. I think you should be able to expect, some fun beers on our end. Once we see what the product is and get an idea about it, we'll probably end up doing an infusion of one of our beers already. Add fruit, spices, things to it, really make it interesting, comparable to what the Limb Lab has set up for us.
So to get an idea of what Limb Lab and Grand Rounds will be doing at Innovationology, we're going to scan his hand with our 3D scanner. In a matter of a couple seconds, we can capture whatever's on the inside of this image. And when we stop, you can see there's his hand. The more time I spend, the more defined that scan will be. But you can see in the matter of a couple seconds, I'm able to get an image of his hand And we'll be able to do that at our table with hand, your face, anything you'd like.
Oh, I mean, I've never seen anything like that, so it's pretty cool. You know, brewing beer was a lot different back in 5 years ago even. They're coming out with a lot easier ways for us to brew beer and figure out hop analysis and grain analysis for us to make sure we have our better ingredients to make really good beer with. And, you know, they're even coming out with different styles now, and there's hundreds of styles.
Sure. So even you guys are finding different ways to implement what you're used to, but then embracing some of this new technology?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to making a beer for you guys and everything.
Oh, I'll be looking forward to it too.